Well, folks, it looks like AI is making a bigger splash than we expected. We thought it would only stay in the data centers for 3D modeling and workloads, but now more and more motherboards on AM5 and on Intel are having built-in AI features that supposedly increases performance. Let's get into this. Hi everyone, it's by Lot Tech back again with more tech news. Hope you have an awesome day. Now, I came across an article on WCCF Tech and Tech Power Up recently regarding some new Gigabyte motherboards that are getting released, and they dubbed it X3D models. That's supposed to give you better memory, speed, compatibility, and give you supposed bump in gaming performance for the X3D processors if you pair it with one of those, which means anything from the 76X3D or the 90X3D or even the 9950X3D, supposedly. And according to this article, they're thinking or even stating that upwards of 25% gaming performance improvement. I think that's kind of high and kind of hard to believe, but we'll see when they actually get fully released. And they have no exact models are named in their article. They just said Gigabyte AORUS X3D. They didn't say what models, what names, anything like that. They didn't say if it was already released. They just said Gigabyte launches. So they don't have any. I'm not sure if it's out yet, but they went in a little detail about what improvements that these X3D models are supposed to implement. Now, one of the biggest things that stood out to me, like I mentioned, it was a 25% gaming performance uplift, which I think is hard to believe because X3Ds are already monster CPUs, especially for gaming, no matter what X3D you get. And it kind of hard to believe that something that already knocks gaming out of the park, even all the newest games, is going to have even more additional 25% bump. I have to see it to believe it. So until these actual third-party tests come out for these X3D motherboards, whenever the Gigabyte decides to release them, until the actual benchmarks proving this so-called 25% bump in game performance, I'm going to take it with a huge grain of salt. Now, in addition to the X3D having a bump, they're naming the technology X3D Boost 2.0 because we all know Gigabyte and some other people start these X3D boost things that like for their motherboards for specific X3D motherboard chips, so to speak. And a lot of people, I guess the earlier version was called 1.0, but now Gigabyte is dubbing this one X3D Turbo Mode 2.0. And I know I saw some outlets out there from like popular tech tubers saying that this X3D boost thing is kind of like more like a gimmick that actually show performance. So that's why I went back to say earlier that I need to see hard evidence and hard receipts to see if it even gets near the 20% bump that the article on Tech Power Up says. In addition to this bump, they're saying that you're going to have up to 15% power saving as far as like how to say it, the heat dissipation or the wattage pull for these new X3 SKUs for the motherboards. And Gigabyte is saying that it's going to be 50% power reduction or power consumption reduction. Now, I find it another thing hard to believe that someone that's touting up to 25% boost by clicking this Turbo X3D feature, and now they're saying that big up to 25% bump is also going to also save energy or save power consumption at the same time. Now this makes me even more skeptical about believing their numbers they're putting in this article. But maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm proven wrong because then we can just rule out that what is already proven that the turbo technology, the X3D turbo technology for the motherboards is like a gimmick. Like I think the most I've seen on the internet and people testing the earlier X3D turbo mode is probably like 2 to 5% max bump, if even. And most times you don't see no sort of gaming performance differences when this technology is used. So I'm keen to see when the actual hard like reviews come out for the X3D motherboards. Let me know in the comments below. In my opinion, I taken this whole article with a big grain of salt. But if it is a new technology that actually works, then it'll be pretty cool that you get additional performance out of your X3D chips for those who have X3Ds out there. But y'all let me know in the comments below if you believe this article's words. Do you believe these numbers? Do you think it's just a gimmick like other people have said on the internet and on other outlets for tech reviews and whatnot? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, this is by Lot Tech signing out.